Make that big boss less special. It ain't no game, but they saying welcome to the second level. Second level. Second level gaming. Second level.
Spanish indie developers Pentadimensional Games have been working on Megaton Rainfall for a few years now. After dropping the original trailer for Megaton Rainfall, VR gamers around the world were enthused by the apparent ability to have a 100% open planet-based superhero game where you can fly around and destroy enemy machinations with your many super abilities. This wasn't going to be a cheesy movie tie-in like Spider-Man Homecoming or a short but sweet experience like Batman Arkham VR. This was the real deal, having more in common with the movie Chronicle than any web slingers or Dark Knights. So the big question, of course, after a slight delay in the release and many people fearing it would fall flat is, did it deliver? I'm here to tell you that the answer is an unequivocal yes, with a few caveats. First of all, let's discuss the options for VR. There are numerous ways to guide your experience and stave off any fears of motion sickness, incremental turning, blinkers, and many more small comforts that help people who get a little too sick. However, if like me, you want a full-bore G-force, in-your-face, no safety net experience, that is absolutely on the cards too. So I took off all the safety settings, strapped in, and got ready for the ride. And man, what a ride. The game starts innocently enough with the floaty words of some god entity giving you a half a reason to be doing what you're doing. The storyline isn't exactly stellar, but it's serviceable in terms of why am I here and what am I doing. It gave me enough reason to suspend belief and get on with the action, which, as I'm sure you'll know, is always the meat and potatoes of a game like this. The game gently breaks you into the flying mechanic, controlled entirely by the left stick on the DualShock 4. You can sort of use your head for turning, but mostly you're just going to want to use the right stick for directional control. The head nods are more of a nuance for experienced players. After chasing said godlike entity around for a bit, you get given your second power, a very basic attack. You shoot a sort of purple lightning towards enemies and have to aim for the red spots on their armored outsides. These are, of course, the vulnerable weak spots. The hook of the game goes as follows. Kill enemy waves, get tiny rock, otherwise known as a Xenosphere, and then your god dad makes you chase him around and grants you a new ability. You can then use said new power on the next wave of robot bad guys, and rinse repeat from there. The end goal being to get 16 of these things, wipe out the intruders completely, and discover why you exist. It's all very existential and wordy in places, but as I said before, serviceable. Now, here is where the rubber meets the road. So far, aside from the odd chase sequence through the solar system, this is pretty much the whole game. There doesn't seem to be much in the way of side quests or anything other than kill bad guys, get power, repeat. Don't get me wrong though, you are flying through the solar system like a god and raining down hellfire on these robot fucks, and all of that is super satisfying. My only current concern is if it gets too repetitive. Right now, I'm still enjoying that aspect of it because, as a technical feat, it's marvelous. One of the best feeling games in VR to date. Gaining speed and dipping in and out of the Earth's atmosphere with the option to allow shaky cam on re-entry and exit is so satisfying. The robots are actually difficult to beat and numerous, which does add to the difficulty in a welcome way. Each has their own thing, and you have to figure out what that thing is and then the quickest way to stop it. The music also deserves a mention for playing this kind of dynamic trance music while you're being all superhero-y. Definitely got my blood pumping and helped with the action-based atmosphere of the title. You can't really die in this game. but you will restart from the last checkpoint after too much collateral damage may have occurred, either by you or the machines. This adds an extra angle and a dilemma, because you just want to throw all of your coolest shit at the bad guys, but because the people and buildings might feel it more, you have to be very cognizant of what is around you. So is Megaton Rainfall everything we hoped for? It's a lot of it. It definitely isn't perfect, but it's a damn fine game and a steal at the price. If you have sturdy VR legs, give this one a shot and see what it's like to fly.
We now have 3 Xenospheres. Contemplate the world below your feet, my offspring. Hominids have appeared in it. They are the best specimens I have ever cultivated. They have to survive as the chosen people. They, and not the intruders, until my advent comes. My offspring, take your next power.
It ain't no game, but they saying welcome to the second level.